Hello and welcome back to Non-League Vlogs, and before we get started with the show, I have a very special announcement. The FBA's, the Football Blogging Awards, is just around the corner for us, and the voting is now open. We would love it if you could vote for us for the best non-league vlog.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Michael, where are we today?
Well, we are at arguably the biggest club in non-league football, Leyton Orient, in the East End of London. A club which has gone through some quite dark years recently, but is now looking to rebuild themselves and get back where they belong in the Football League. We're here to see what this rebuilding project is all about and how the people at the club are feeling as they take on Telford in a crucial FA Trophy semi-final. But first, we had to sample some local delicacies. So yeah, let's go back to that.
So we're in Manze's, a proper East End pie and mash shop, absolutely lovely decor in it. And you know, it wouldn't be right to go to the East End without Football Day's own East End boy, George Wright. To my left, your right. What are we dealing with, George?
I mean, it looks like shit after you've had it.
Yeah, I'll give it that. It looks better before you've eaten it.
I mean, you can't go wrong really, can you?
Can't go wrong with a pie and mash.
Mash, liquor.
Liquor. What is liquor?
Parsley sauce.
Parsley sauce.
It's good.
Good.
It's good.
So now we've enjoyed our pie and mash, let's have a look at why Leyton Orient are even in the non-league. Less than 5 years ago, the O's were on the verge of getting promoted to the Championship, but a playoff final loss to Rotherham on penalties sparked the beginning of a heartbreaking downward spiral. That summer, the club was sold to Italian tycoon Francesco Bichetti, whose time in East London was supposed to be the dawn of a new era of success, but was instead typified by shocking results, staff and players not getting paid, and the build-up of astronomical debts. In 3 seasons, the club got through 9 different managers and were relegated twice, dropping out of the Football League for the first time in 112 years.
See him roll out of League One into League Two and roll out of League Two into the National League, and then start seeing what was going on in terms of the possibility of folding and all that. It just seemed like I was hearing about a different club than what I'd left in 2009.
Yeah, it was terrible, really. The biggest issue with it was that he just didn't know what was going on. There was obviously the manager was changing every couple of months. The results were terrible. The owners at the time weren't being seen, and there was nothing. There was no communication at all.
There was a lot of money he was talking, and there was a lot of money that was pushed out there. There was people earning really good money. But if they would have listened to someone, they didn't want to listen by all accounts and everything I hear, and they wanted to try and buy their way to the top without any football knowledge within the English game.
So what happened next? Faced with losing their club for good, Orient fans banded together, campaigning against Bichetti during the club's darkest hour. After their relegation to the National League in 2017, the club was saved by a consortium led by Dunkin' Donuts CEO and lifelong Orient fan Nigel Travis, who with his partner Kent Teague went about making big changes at the broken club.
When I come in and see the state of the club, I couldn't, even though I thought it was bad, I didn't think it could be as bad as what I see when I come back here. So I've got written on my board up there the 22nd of June 2017, and that's when the mayhem started, of clearing up the mayhem that had been there already. We had no coaches, or very few coaches, very few players. The pre-season was kicking off in a week, and the season was kicking off in 5 weeks, so it became hectic.
2 or 3 days after the owners had taken control of the club, I came in to sort of help get some players in the door, help get training organised, because we were already a week behind pre-season, so it was important for us to try to get a squad together. Martin Ling takes obviously a huge amount of credit for that.
All we found was wherever we turned, there was debt. But we got there in the end, and we got a team out on that first day of the season. That would be one of the greatest achievements I ever did.
So how has the rebuild been going?
It was toxic here. The club was toxic when the old owners were here, but now, as I said, it's all positive from the club. Like, you got the new owners, they love the club, they respect the club, and I think the fans can see that as well. You know, when we step out on the pitch, all we want to do is perform for the fans and for the people upstairs.
It was tough. I think, and at times probably there was a level of maybe people underestimating what the league was about. You know, I'm thinking we've got good players. we'd like to think we were organised in terms of the way that it was set out last year, but there was shortcomings in terms of how we dealt with the league. Defensively, we were fragile. It's easy, I think, to underestimate the levels of fitness now that are in this league.
I mean, the progress that we made since Justin in particular took over as head coach. We were, I think, 19th in his first game. We went on a great run of form. The team spirit here is fantastic.
Camaraderie as a group of people as we've got now at this football club. In the football side of it, it's massively changed in the 20 months. Commercially, we're pulling more money in commercially. So everything about the football club is upwardly mobile. Yeah. We just need to move with it by getting this club back into the Football League.
And what about the future?
Well, hopefully we get promoted this year. Don't want to speak too soon, but if we do, then retain in the Football League, you know, and keep pushing on, keep pushing forward, and hopefully get back to where we was back in the day.
Well, I know where I'd like to see it. Yeah. I think I'd like to see us in 2 or 3 years' time playing in the Championship. I think that'd be an incredible. And it's not something that's beyond the club because we all know what happened, with the missed penalty in the playoff final. But I think we have to be realistic. We want to get out of this league first without getting too excited and too above ourselves. We have to remember where we are at the moment and respect what's in between here and whatever aspirations we've all got.
There's no God-given right to be a League One club because we think we're a League One club. All we know is that we believe if we do things right here, eventually we will get back into League One. We're sitting here waiting to go to play a trophy semi-final with a space at Wembley sitting there waiting for us. I'd give all that away, if I'm totally honest, if I knew we was going to go up. But what I would say is that if I could go up and go to the trophy final and win the trophy, I'll take that all day long, and I'm a bit of a greedy so sometimes, so I want both things.
Now you've got the lowdown, let's join the boys in the stand.
The game's just started, it feels a bit weird sitting down. We're actually in a stadium. As you can hear, it's a big crowd. This is unheard of things, definitely for me in non-league. This club should not be here. No. Realistically, they should not be here.
No club with an all-seater stadium should be in the non-league. The non-league should be reserved for being able to walk around the ground and whatnot. No disrespect to Leyton Orient.
The Telford fans have been shouting about them. I mean, they've got nothing to shout about them. As a team, they've been pretty bad.
The biggest thing they've got to shout about though is obviously Kieran Carlin being one of their ranks.
I am your burger man.
£9.30 for this meal deal. They threw in an extra burger because they seem to like me. A bit of American style mustard, a bit of firecracker sauce. I mean, that brioche bun makes all the difference. Genuinely a fantastic burger. Surprisingly, haven't got the sauce yet. Doesn't need it though. It's got to be a 4. That's a great burger. That's a really good burger. It's better than non-league standard. Chips. Big chips, very big chips. It could be a slightly bit crisper, but very, very good. I'm giving it a 3, I think. Maybe 3.5. Very good chips. I personally like a bit crispier.
Get in! 1-0!
So, under 10 minutes left. Telford have had a good few chances, to be fair. Made the crowd a little bit more nervous than they deserve to be.
Yeah, I think they've showed a good account of themselves today, to be honest, Telford, but Leyton Orient have, been the better team overall, I'd say, and it's been really good being part of the action here. The fans have been a very good voice all game. You can just tell there's a good feeling around the ground, so let's hope that Leyton Orient make their way to Wembley, because they deserve it.
As you can tell from his facial expression, he's really enjoying himself. Having a great day out, George is. So that's it, 1-0, final result. Both sets of fans pretty happy with that. So that's it for another non-league vlogs. Yes, we are in a different location on a different day. It was too windy and too dark to actually film the outro, so hence why we are here. But it was a bit of a different one this time, an all-seater stadium. We haven't been to one before, couldn't move around the stadium freely, but it just shows, in a sense, how this club shouldn't be here. They deserve to be back up in the football leagues. I think they will get there, I hope they will get there. But Michael, what do you think about the day?
The club clearly has the infrastructure to be, going from League 2, League 1, maybe the Championship where they nearly got a few years ago. I think judging by what we saw today, I think they're in very safe hands on that journey. Amazing to think, considering just how far they dropped a few years ago. But one thing I noticed in particular was that pretty much everyone we spoke to has had a long history with the club, whether it was Martin Ling, who used to be the manager, coaches and players who grew up supporting the club, grew up in the area, and that bodes well for the future. a club which is very together and has a real sense of community in a local sense.
100%.
So yeah, good luck to Leyton Orient. Thanks for having us. James, any parting words?
Yeah, if as always, if you've liked the video, click the subscribe button, click the like button. Catch us for the next one. We'll see you soon.